Here we go. What is up, YouTube? It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another live commentary. This time I'm doing the 2008 Marvel MCU film, the second MCU film of the 23, one of three that's not on Disney Plus. The Incredible Hulk from 2008. Yes, the Louis Leterrier movie, not the Ang Lee version. We're not doing that one because today's St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody that celebrates it. Don't get too drunk. Wear some green and show your freaking Irish heritage, color, pride. Uh, we're gonna do this because he's green, so it counts. And the movie's about an hour and 53 minutes. So let's get started. The movie is fun to watch. It's a breath of fresh air after that boring freaking Ang Lee movie because that Ang Lee movie was so dull and so freaking long that I was like bored out of my mind. This one is the Blu-ray, see, because I had to keep this because this isn't on Disney Plus. Why? Because it's a Paramount film. So Disney didn't buy Marvel until like 2010 when Iron Man 2 came out. That's why they did all those Avengers Easter eggs in that movie because they wanted to kind of drag it out. This is the Steel Book. I got this at Best Buy for like $8, so it was a worth the deal. Let's do it. Let's see The Incredible Hulk on St. Patrick's Day 2021, a year after COVID hit. So here I am. I'm still here, guys. See, Universal, you should relinquish the rights and just give it to Marvel because at this point, people are going to be like, wait a minute, there's three movies that are missing. This and Spider-Man Homecoming and Spider-Man Far From Home. Universal, not Paramount, I'm sorry, but Paramount did the first Iron Man, and I'm shocked that that's on Disney Plus because Iron Man is in the other Avengers films. But this movie's awesome. I don't know what people were expecting. Has an opening similar to the '70s show. It's not freaking boring. It's not 2 hours and 10 minutes. It doesn't have stupid comic book panels that Ang Lee did. It's got a better lead that's not Australian. No offense to anybody out there that's Australian. It's way more heartfelt. It's got great effects. He doesn't look like Shrek in this movie. He looks like the Hulk. Are there flaws? Yeah. Tim Roth was he was miscast as the Russian because he's not Russian. He's British. And in the comics, he's Russian. They should have just cast somebody else. I don't know. And also, I like Liv Tyler. I know Jennifer Connelly's the better actress, but Connelly has the same look on her face, like she's gonna cry for the whole movie. Here, at least Liv Tyler can act in it. This is the origin where he becomes the Hulk. Betty's on the floor. It's short. It doesn't drag for two hours. Also, I think whatchamacallit, William Hurt is a better Thunderbolt Ross than Sam Neill. I mean, not Sam Neill, my bad. Sam Elliott. I'm sorry, I haven't slept too well, guys. In this movie, yeah, it does get dark, and Liv Tyler's face, it glows, man. I saw Lord of the Rings on the big screen, and she is amazing. I am glad that Edward Norton was replaced by Mark Ruffalo. I know that's controversial, but he was the better Bruce Banner because he felt more tragic, and yeah, the Hulk looks more like him, and he didn't give Marvel a hard time. Like, there's a reason why Norton did not come back. He's never even mentioned again. They might put him back like in a multiverse version. I don't know, because they're doing that with Spider-Man. Like, they're bringing back Garfield, and Maguire might make a cameo in the third Spider-Man No Way Home. So yeah. But I saw this film in the theater in 2008, a month after Iron Man. Yeah, Universal, they just say that, they don't want to associate themselves with Disney because they have a completely separate theme park. They have different franchises, and they want nothing to do with them. Like, Universal did Harry Potter, right? Yeah. Warner Brothers and Universal. Avi Arad, yeah, Kevin Feige. This is the early days of Kevin Feige. Zach Penn, one of the guys that did some of the X-Men movies, I believe. The better writer. There's no Simon Kinberg here because he did New Mutants. And it's like, you know what? Let's make a Marvel movie where we're going to scare the shit out of people and have a bunch of stupid accents. No, it's not needed. Here's Edward Norton. He was a good Bruce Banner. Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag in real life, but who isn't? We all have our off days. I'm just glad the chat's not going crazy this time. Excuse me for the volume, but I can't control the volume on this DVD player. I don't have a remote anymore. So they're in Brazil, and these are the slums of Brazil, like in the movie. What was it? Like in Fast Five. Yeah. "158 Days Without an Incident." There's a dog. It's next to him. Portuguese English dictionary. There's football, aka soccer. The Bill Bixby Incredible Hulk. Yeah, there's a Sesame Street in Portuguese for some reason. I guess because, and they have a CRTV. I mean, I know it was 2008, but that's Grover. I'm surprised Disney didn't get a butt hurt over that. Things are weird when they're dubbed in another language. They really are. Yeah, these are the slums of Brazil. They're not going to show you the Rio. This isn't in Rio. Mm-mm. Yeah, there's some subtitles. Yeah, they show him shirtless. Yeah, guy he could move his stomach like a freaking hula dancer. I know heavy breathing and capoeira. You know, I've never been to Brazil, but Portuguese is like a mix of Spanish and French. Yeah, don't do that. Don't slap him in the face. People said this is a joyless Marvel movie. I laughed. The scene where he kicks Kim Roth later in the movie, that's hilarious. It doesn't. They don't crack jokes because the Hulk is more of a tragic character, guys. And I know She-Hulk is going to be on Disney Plus, I think, next year. Oh yeah, that's that Brazilian asshole that's bald. They call him Gringo and he tells him to go away. The women in this movie are beautiful. I must say. Look at this lady. She kind of looks like a better version of Myra Walsh, who was a terrible actress in Cory in the House. Because she's Brazilian, but she can't act to save her life. And I know, because I suffered through that god-awful accent that she had. Yeah, they're working in a soda machine. I think they're selling sodas, like some carbonated green soda. Yeah, I don't like reading. Also, another reason some people didn't see this movie is because of the subtitles in the first half of the film. Yep, he cut his finger. The film has blood. It's a PG-13, guys. All the MCU movies are PG-13. This is not meant for children, especially youngsters that are under the age of 5. I mean, some parents brought their kids to these movies and they walked right out, especially in Winter Soldier. This mom saw them fighting with knives and she took her kids out. I'm like, it's not a kids movie. You have to know what movie you're bringing your kids to. This is not a Disney movie or a Pixar film. Mm-mm. This is hardcore PG-13 action, right below an R rating. I think Edward Norton's a fine actor. It's just that sometimes he's kind of a douche. I thought after this he would get like a resurgence, but and why isn't anybody joining me in the chat? I guess they're probably going out because it's a holiday. That blood has gamma radiation. I've had one of those sodas before, not from Brazil, but it's like those tropical fantasy bottles I used to drink as a kid. Yeah, but they spell Brazil with an S. Weird. I thought it was a Z. We spell it with a Z. I would like to go there, but after COVID is gone, because I ain't gonna die. There was a worst case scenario there. Yeah, he's flirting with a young girl because he should have minded his own business, but I'll just mute it. He said, "Get lost, bingo." No, too late. Yeah, don't make me hungry. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. Well, yeah, when I'm hungry, I get violent sometimes. It's angry, not hungry. But yeah, it's a joke. See, that's a joke. Because I've never been to Rio before, but I didn't like the movie with those birds. It wasn't funny. Had nice colors, but that's about it. I saw my podcast early because I want to get it all out of the way. Got to do the close today. There's Betty. Blue, are you there? Yeah, this is before Facebook existed. Well, people were on Facebook in 2008, but not as much as now. Mr. Blue. That's a song that will be in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So, that's a connection. And I like that he's trying to find a cure for his disease, even though by Endgame, Bruce already accepted his fate as the Hulk, as Smart Hulk. And the effects look good. I don't know what people were upset about. I don't care if Avatar beat it again. Avatar only did that because people in China will see anything. I won't. I'm not seeing the Avatar sequels when they come out. I'm sick of those. I'm sick of those blue cats with stripes and their god-awful accents and those stupid freaking language that I had to read subtitles for half the freaking movie. This movie only has subtitles in the first 30 minutes. Once he gets to America, when he gets to the college campus with Betty, yeah, the subtitles completely disappear. The rest of the movie is in English, so mercifully. And this movie, we don't have to wait almost an hour to see the Hulk. It happens in the first 20 minutes. Stop chasing flowers. Send me a blood sample. Yeah, and they can't say, "Oh, we can't show this on Disney Plus because there's blood." There's blood in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. There's blood in a lot of the MCU films. There's even animated blood in movies like the first Atlantis movie. So I do not want to hear that. Oh, there's blood. That's why they don't show it. This should be on Disney Plus. The fact that it isn't is just sad. It's just sad. It's a sad story. Because you have the Hulk in the Avengers films. Not here, though. Here we are in the U.S. now, Arlington, Virginia. And I know, yeah, there he is, Stanley. Rest in peace, Stanley. We miss you a lot. And Stanley didn't die until 10 years after this movie. But he got to see this movie. This also has a great cameo from the original Hulk himself, Lou Ferrigno. And Thunderbolt Ross is similar to Dylan Walsh's character in Superman and Lois, where he's an army man and he's against the hero. Again, I've seen that here. It's done well, though, but, that show is kick-ass as well. Lois really takes charge in that show. I did not get that with Amy Adams in Man of Steel or BVS or Justice League. I was like, no, she's not the Lois I'm looking for. This new version is. And it's a good looking film, too. Louis Leterrier did a great job. I think he did the second, not Taken. I think he did the second Transporter movie. He's French, so he has a great eye for detail, like Pierre Morel. Unlike Olivia Megaton, where I can't see what the hell's going on. Yeah, it's not that Tim Roth is a bad actor. It's just he's not Russian. So they could have given him a Russian accent. Kenneth Branagh did it in Tenet, and he did it in that Jack Ryan movie. It could be done. It's just some people are lazy. Oh yeah, this is when they send the soldiers to Brazil to fight him. Tim Roth is a good actor. I didn't say it was bad. It's just he's not Russian. One good thing in Black Widow, they're using Russian accents, except for Scarlett because she refuses to do it, and I don't blame her. You got a bunch of Brits playing Russian, even though, yeah, they're not Russian either. But I'm not gonna see it for them. I'm seeing it for Scarlett Jo. Mm-hmm. I need a good actress to lead a Marvel movie. I don't need her 12-year-old little sister or whatever the hell she is, Yelena. I'm not gonna give a damn about her, guys. Trust me. When that movie comes out on Blu-ray and I get it, I'm gonna bash Yelena. I don't care about her. I never did. I saw her in the trailer. I'm like, this 12-year-old girl is gonna be your next Black Widow. Kiss my ass. That was not Feige's decision, by the way. Mm-mm. That was the casting director. What? Enough about Black Widow. I'll talk about that when I see it in the theater. When I see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Roth was good in Pulp Fiction. I think it was in that, yeah. And in Reservoir Dogs. But come on, he can do an American accent in Reservoir Dogs. He can't do a Russian accent. That's just lazy. A lot of critics said that nobody could connect with this all. Did you know that Incredible? I think the first half was filmed in Brazil. Yeah, it looks nice. I mean, yeah, I don't like that they killed the dog. That was not cool. But they don't show it because when they show it, it's horrifying. I have a little puppy at home, so. And see, look, this is called an action scene, Ang Lee. We don't have to wait an hour to see that. That's why Ang Lee never did another Marvel movie, because he just bored me to death. Oh my God, it took 45 minutes for something to happen in that movie. 45. Why did I have to wait 45 minutes? And even then, the action was just uneventful. If this gets 500 likes, you must do a commentary on Little Women. I don't want to watch that. Again, don't play this game with me. I'm not gonna get my live streams get about maybe 3 to 5 likes, depending on how recent the movie is. I don't want to see Emma Watson. I don't want to see Emma Watson. Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. I don't want to see freaking the pug face. I don't want to see that Irish girl. I don't want to see that Irish girl from The Host. She's so boring. Oh my God, she's boring. I don't know how she got an Oscar nomination. Space Jam: A New Legacy, that hasn't come out yet. I will see it. I'd rather see that than Tom and Jerry, because at least the Looney Tunes will probably make me laugh, and they won't be side characters in their own freaking movie. Tom and Jerry in that movie, the 2021 movie, they're not even the main characters. It's Chloe Grace Moretz and these stupid people at the hotel. Of course, because humans always have to be the freaking focus, don't they? Even though we had movies with robots and personalities inside someone's head and inside out, yet we always have to have human characters. No. Sochi is awesome. I respect your opinion. I don't care about her. She's boring. I'm not attracted to any of the girls in that Little Women remake. I'd rather see the one from the 90s. And yes, I know today is St. Patrick's Day, okay? I'm not offending anybody of Irish heritage. I know Edward Norton is part Irish. Parts. But like I said, I just don't care about her. It's just she's so boring. Did you see The Host, where her eyes are glowing and she's talking with her mind the whole time? It's awful. It's awful. She was in Lovely Bones. Yeah, it was a Peter Jackson movie, I think. Yeah, but it doesn't feel like one. I can't even say her name. Is this Soshi or Sashi? I have no idea. She would have been a terrible Scarlet Witch. I'm glad we got Elizabeth Olsen. There's plenty of people of Irish heritage in the MCU. We got Chris Evans, Pratt, Robert Downey Jr. Um, we have who else is of Irish descent? Saoirse, yeah, whatever. Brooklyn, I didn't see it because I'm sorry. Every time I see your face, I'm like, you are the most boring looking girl I've ever seen. Who else is Irish? I know there's more in the MCU. Not Chris Hemsworth. I think Chris Hemsworth is a part Northern Irish. So yeah, even though he's Australian, he has descent there. Yeah, this is when the Hulk, Judi Dench and Helen Mirren. Dench and Helen Mirren are good actresses, but they got to stop doing fantasy. Seems like everyone is Irish in the MCU. Is Hemsworth part Irish? Yes. Not Scarlett. Scarlett is Polish and Danish, so she's not, and Jewish, so she's not. Yeah, this is this part where his heart is racing. Yeah, this happened to me. Colin Farrell, yeah, I know, but oh my God, he's so awful in a lot of things he's in. I like to go to Mars, and I'm like, no. In Daredevil, he's fine. Phone Booth, that could have been anybody. I didn't see the Total Recall remake. He can't hold a candle to Arnold. I'm a fan of Maguire's Spider-Man. Happy St. Patrick's Day, Xanadu. Benedict Cumberbatch is just half Irish. I know, I can see it in his eyes. Do you like Farrell? He can be hit or miss for me. I didn't see Artemis Fowl because he's wasted in that. But as a lead, he's hit or miss for me. And there's those Brazilian guys again. Have you met Jojo Sawan? Not a fan. She's gay. That means she doesn't like guys. That I knew those rainbows were questionable. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I said it from the very start when I started YouTube. I'm heterosexual, guys. Colin Farrell was in Horrible Bosses. Yeah, and he dies in it. He dies. He's the first to die in that movie. He died in a comedy, which I know it's a black comedy, but I didn't like the first one. I did like the second one for what it was. Also, Will Ferrell is also Irish as well. It's Ferrell, not Farrell. It's similar, though. This is when his heart races, and at 200, he becomes a Hulk. And his eyes turn green in this one, unlike in the freaking 2003 movie. The Lobster is weird, but amazing and original. Farrell is great in it. I didn't see it because I'm not a fan of Vice. You know we. I checked your IMDb. Why didn't you like Deja Vu? It was boring. And the fact that you killed Paula Patton in the first 10 minutes of the movie, shame on you. And I'm not a Denzel Washington fan. Yeah, I know. Not a fan of his. I just think he's overhyped. I think his son is a better actor. I saw Black Klansman. I got more emotion out of that. That was empowering. Everything that this guy does has to be artsy-fartsy, and I'm sick of it. This is why we've never seen him in the MCU. We've never seen Denzel. Not a fan of him. Did I like Denzel in anything? Not really, no. I don't know. He rubs me the wrong way. A lot of actors do, like Tyler Perry. They're pretentious, and it's not for me. Sorry, it's not for me. I will take an Edward Norton any day because at least we know what he is. Here it is. Hulk appears. Yep. Yep. And why do you hate Audrey Hepburn, even though she's one of the most admired actresses? She's just dull to me. Captain Hepburn is way better. There it comes. Here comes the Hulk. Yep. Is it CG? Yes, but it looks better than the 2003 movie. Hepburn just never impressed me. Damn, he got pwned, man. Right through glass windows. At least he died, so it's not like, he just got a couple of cuts. No, not everything he does is artsy-fartsy. I can see Man on Fire, Equalizer, Crimson Tide. It's just a lot of his films are dead serious. I'm like, can't you do a comedy and make fun of yourself? Why do you have to take yourself so damn seriously? Why? I get the Black Lives Matter thing. I get it, okay? But there are better actors than you that have won multiple Oscars. Hell, Opinion on 824. I could take him or leave him. This scene is awesome, by the way, guys. The Hulk is in the shadows, but I can see him. Unlike Solo, where the whole movie is so dark, I can't see a thing. I can't see it. I'm sorry. The prequels are not that dark. I can see everything in most of the prequels. And even in the Clone Wars movie, it was bad, but I could see what was going on. If you're going to give me action, give me some coherence, no shaky cam, keep the camera still, colorful action. Stop making this action where I can't see anything. I want to pay to see the experience. No, I'm not going there. I'm not going to talk about him. I told you he's banned from discussion on this StreamYard. He's banned. Him and Mike as well. I didn't like Deja Vu. I tried to see it, and I got it through the Disney Movie Rewards. I saw it, and it didn't impress me. I was bored. It was way too long, and that guy loves Deja Vu. I heard, yeah, but I'm just not a fan. He's a Denzel fan. I'm not. I saw Out of Time, and I was bored too. He bores me to death. This scene is great. He throws that canister, that tank on them. That's awesome. These effects still look good, even for 2008. It's a shame if you don't have Disney Plus. If you have Disney Plus, you can't watch this. It's on Hulu if you get that with Disney Plus, but it's still not the same. Hulu's just a lesser version of Disney Plus. Pocahontas, The Greatest Showman. Showman. Let's rate. Well, I had more joy watching it. Pocahontas is just hatred. It's like hatred towards Native Americans and calling them savages. It's a good movie. Just ooh, there's the Hulk's face like. Green, because today is all about green. Bohemian Rhapsody, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I'm gay. I'm a gay singer. No, it's not for me. That's laughable. I'm not doing an Asian thing. It's just he has big teeth like this. It's ridiculous. Rami Malek can act, but he deserved a better movie. Hell yeah, Hulk. Hell yeah. This should be on Disney Plus. Shame on you, Disney Plus. Shame. You could share the rights with Universal. They're not going to get. They don't care about this movie. They don't have a Universal Plus. Wait, how is it hatred? In the white people want the land of the natives, and they're calling them savages. Do I have to say any more? As a part Native American, I take offense to that. The original story, and in the original story, Pocahontas was a kid. Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody. I didn't do it. Yeah. Malik was great, but I swear that he was filmed as overhyped. Yeah, it's a bunch of Queen songs. I could hear that in Shazam or in other movies. We Will Rock You is in plenty of films. I could hear their music on YouTube. I love Don't Stop Me Now. I think their music is amazing, but a biopic that's just sugarcoating it, not for me. Sonic. Yeah, I love Sonic. It was in that. I know, Tim Roth. I saw it. You don't have to explain it to me. Star is Born, which version? I've seen the original 30s version. Don't Stop Me Now was amazing in Shazam and in Sonic. It brings me joy. I'm having such a good time, having a ball. Don't Stop Me Now. It's great. It's a great song. It should have been in more Marvel movies too. I'm burning through the sky. The 2018 movie? Which 2018 movie? Oh, no, I haven't seen it because it's depressing. I've seen the original. The one from the 1930s with Judy Garland. The original. I don't like depressing musicals. I like musicals that make me feel happy inside. Also, John, how come you dislike Children of Men? It was too much for me. It was way too dark and dead serious. And I like the idea, but like I said, I did like Clive Owen, and it was depressing. And I don't like depressing, guys. I like shoot 'em up. That's fun. I don't like to be depressed. Now, the Hulk has some depressing stuff in it, but it has action and it's got a good sense of humor. And it's got beautiful surroundings and a gorgeous leading woman. It makes me melt. Yeah, see it for Lady Gaga. I heard she's amazing in it. Yeah, poor Hulk. Days without an incident, 0-1. Oh yeah, this is when he speaks Portuguese to the Spanish guy in the car in the truck. I says, "Where am I?" He's in Guatemala. Man, he traveled all the way from Brazil to Guatemala. He must have swam. Because that's not that Guatemala's in Central America. Brazil's in South America. I don't speak Portuguese. This guy looks like a Spanish version of James Woods. Guatemala. Yeah, and yes, I know that he can speak Spanish. Was the movie boring to you? Which one? Yeah, a Spanish guy that lets him in his car. That's rare now. Well, this is an Uber driver without a mask, by the way. Hobo should have been an airbender. Why? Why? The movie already had a ton of problems. It's just Children of Men was just it was too long and it was just depressing. I don't like depressing movies, guys. It takes me out of the experience. I saw Gran Torino earlier this year and I was so depressed. Not just with Clint Eastwood dying, but all the racism. I'm like, we get it. Prejudice sucks. As a person of color, I know. People just look at me the wrong way sometimes when I go to a 7-Eleven. I get it. I get it. I'm not white. Look at my skin. I'm tan. How would you feel if the hobo got a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes and an F on the F scale? She did. Chaos Walking did not get a good rating, guys. It flopped. It bombed, and I'm so happy. I told you she wasn't a box office draw. She's Keira Knightley. That's all she is. That was cute of that kid to do that. I will say this: the Spanish people in this movie are actually decent, unlike in Tax Collector last year, where yeah, they're all gangsters, which is a stereotype, and that's wrong. It got a B, not 0, but it's still people didn't like it. Oh yeah, this is when he puts the pants on the fat lady. Yeah. Gran Torino was a 4. It was disappointing. Yeah. Bruce has a flashback of what just happened. Yeah. He has some of the most psychologically damaging scars in the MCU. Him and Bucky. That's why my friend Josh hates him with a passion because of what he did to Tony's parents. But again, this is Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be different, and I'll get to that soon. I hope it's awesome because I love the WandaVision this year. It got me through some pretty dark moments in my life this year. Excuse me. Logan, I don't like the ending. I think the movie is fantastic. Like, it looks great. The acting is great. It's got a lot of atmosphere. It's got the violence that was missing in the other 2 X-Men movies with Wolverine on his own. But I don't like the ending. The ending was just so somber. We knew Logan was gonna die, but the way he dies is just so depressing. It's like, he gets impaled, and I'm like, oh my god. I'd rather him just die of old age. At least Xavier didn't get impaled like that. The ending of Midsummer is where Jack Rayner's character gets stuffed inside of a bear suit and they light up the temple on fire. So it's the Wicker Man, except less funny. Thoughts on $1 Million Baby? I haven't seen it. I know Hillary Swank dies in it, so I'm not gonna be shocked when that happens. Tony Stark makes a cameo in this movie also. You see why Marvel shouldn't be in like 4 different studio hands, because then they can't put all their films on Disney Plus. The Spider-Man movies are missing. This movie is missing. Into the Spider-Verse is missing. Venom is missing, even though I hate that movie. Would you have Logan get his head chopped off instead? No. Die of old age in his bed like Yoda did at the end in Return of the Jedi. That's less depressing than seeing somebody just die of a disease or getting, impaled. It's too much. That's why I haven't seen Braveheart. Horses. Yeah, horses in Rise of the Lions. I know. Do you take requests? Well, depends on what you request. Because why are there horses in Star Wars? Oh yeah, because Lord of the Rings had that, and so did the Hobbit films. What it doesn't fit. Star Wars doesn't need to be realistic, guys. They have the tauntauns and freaking those digital like camels that they had in the Phantom Menace. You don't need to put real animals in Star Wars. What are the porks? Penguins? Days without incident, 17. So he went 2.5 weeks without getting into an incident. This movie's good. I don't know what people were talking about. I only take requests of movies that I own to do a commentary for, a movie that I'm interested in seeing, or a show like a WandaVision or Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, etc. I don't take requests like Batwoman or Birds of Prey. No, not a fan. I don't have a Patreon. I wish I did, but I don't have enough subscribers. Hey, network, what's up? It's because Deja Vu, I wouldn't know what to say. Oh, it sucks because they did this. I'm like, people don't really remember that movie too much. Dr. Elizabeth Ross, yes, sir. AKA one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen in the movie. Wait, hold on. There we go. Liv Tyler is just heart melting, guys. You see that face and you light up like a candle. John, what if MC Hammer made a movie? It wouldn't be good unless it's a documentary on what he did when he had his fall. Have you seen Spirited Away? I saw the beginning of it. I didn't finish it, though. How about a rant on Children of Men? Can you take the request? Eventually, or maybe if I do movies that are depressing. There she is, those big, gorgeous lips of it, Liv Tyler, and that face. She's just majestic, man. It's like her face was carved by angels. And there's Ty Burrell. You fans of Modern Family know him as the father there, one of like many fathers in that show. He's a good actor. I do like him. He was good in the Dawn of the Dead remake, and he was one of the only good human actors in the Muppets Most Wanted, because I like that he was playing a character and not a caricature. He was the French inspector, kind of like Clouseau in Pink Panther. So I like this character. With him and Sam Eagle were the best part of that movie. The rest of the movie was boring. John's favorite and least favorite character on Friends. Well, I haven't seen Friends in a while. Did you know that Armie Hammer is a cannibal eating other people's skin? I don't want to know. Also, there's a romantic scene where her and Bruce are in the they're in the rain. It's like a scene from The Notebook. Friends, well, I don't know who my favorite character is. I have to watch the show again, and I'll get back to you on that. Do you take requests for movies you haven't seen yet? Depending on which movie is coming out. If you say Space Jam 2, I'll watch that on HBO Max, hopefully in a few months. But I'm not going to see anything I don't want to see, like The Suicide Squad. I didn't like the first one. Why am I going to see the second one? Well, here's the cameo from Lou Ferrigno. He gives him a pizza. There he is. Yeah, there's the original. Yeah, there's the original Hulk, Lou Ferrigno, who also does the voice of the Hulk. When he says Hulk smash, that was awesome in the theater to hear that. What color would your lightsaber be? Blue, because blue's my favorite. How about a movie you haven't seen yet that came out like 11 years ago? Which one? It depends if I can see it. If it's not a movie that's banned in several countries, like the Human Centipede or whatever, or the Serbian film, which no, I'm not going to suffer through that. I have some dignity. There's another flashback. Yeah, he has a lot of psychological trauma. So not every Marvel character is a comedian. Let's face it. People have that misconception that everybody in Marvel cracks a joke. I'm like, no, some of them are more serious. I don't remember the Punisher being Very and yeah, he's eating pizza. What would you think if the hobo was a baby? And then no, she's horrifying, guys. I was horrified by that movie, and then 10 years later, I see that face, and I'm like, no, you just don't do it for me. You're not Natalie Portman. You're not Carrie Fisher. You're not even freaking uh, Ahsoka, who I thought kicked ass in The Mandalorian season 2. You're not even her, so you're nothing to me. Request of review, Brant. I know you're probably going to say nay on Book of Eli. Don't care about it. Even he who should not be mentioned hated that movie because it's pretentious. We get it. It's the Bible. You didn't have to try to make it this secret book code. We get it. Stop trying to fool the audience. Book of Eli. Mr. Green. Yeah, get it? Wink, wink. Huh? We're about an hour into the movie, almost an hour. We started 40 minutes ago. Even though I thought the movie was okay, Aladdin 19 is Bin Laden. Exactly. I couldn't sit through that. 2 hours to tell the same story that was done. It was told already in the 90s and in the Broadway show, which is better because it's a real performance. It's not this CGI blue cloud thing. Oh, Liv Tyler. There's a product placement, a Coca-Cola machine. This is when she sees him and she's like, yeah, she's just gorgeous. I can't take my eyes off her, man. I saw her in Empire Records, a couple of years ago, and I'm like, you are just breathtaking. Watch, she sees him. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's those big juicy lips of hers. She has like a large, gorgeous lips of a black woman, even though she's not black, obviously. But man, she hit the jackpot because her father's Steven Tyler, and he also has big lips and is a singer. Do the Resident Evil games and yeah, I played the first 3 games. I haven't played 4 yet, or 5, or 6, or 7, or the remakes of 2 and 3. Yeah, she has just that face, man. Yeah, because I have a bias. I hadn't seen, this is the first thing I saw. Well, this is the first thing I saw with Liv Tyler in the theater. Then when they re-released Lord of the Rings, I saw her in that. She was Arwen, beautiful. Every shot that Peter Jackson puts her face in frame, it's beautiful. It's just glowing white. Mm. And like I said, a Marvel movie always needs a woman's touch. Like, got this on my face. Yeah. This is a scene straight out of a Nicholas Sparks movie because they're in the rain and they have an emotional moment. John, what if Superman 4 was 3 hours? Again, I can't sit through that. I'll just see the Snyder Cut tomorrow if I can, or on this weekend. I want to see it. And please don't spoil that on Facebook, guys, tomorrow. Don't spoil the Snyder Cut. I've seen enough clips already to know I'm ready. There they go, a warm embrace. See, there's some heart in this movie. Oh, I would go anywhere with you, Liv Tyler, anywhere. You're a pussycat. And I feel that pain that Edward Norton's going through in this movie, that he has to carry this burden. And Betty already knows who he is, so it's not like she doesn't know that he's the Hulk. If you saw the 2003 movie, which this is not a sequel, this is a reboot, because this doesn't mention his father, it doesn't mention what happened to his mother when he was a kid, or any of that. Her voice is soothing. John, my parents canceled HBO Max. I can't watch the Snyder Cut right now. Well, it's going to be all over the internet somewhere. Can you take a request to review Sin City when I get to that? New rant on Passengers, Bicentennial Man, The Lost Boys. I didn't hate The Lost Boys. Babylon AD. I haven't. I have to get it first. Tony Collette crying in Hereditary and Florence Front crying. It was supposed to making me cry. I'm sorry, guys. It just depresses me. I only cry if I connect with the characters, and if I don't like the actress or actor, I feel nothing. The pulse isn't even is not even moving. I didn't say rent on all of them. Let's just review some of them. Yeah, I'm gonna review some of them. Did you think Jared Face Ogle is stupid? Yeah, for what he did. Some people really need to keep their hands to themselves. I didn't review the first Matrix because I didn't know when to review it, and I haven't seen it in years. Not this. What happened? I'm sorry. My Wi-Fi went crazy. Well, I'm still here, right? A movie that was 24 hours, that'd be too long. 4 hours is long enough. 20 hours added? No. That's like seeing like half of the MCU. Right? Look at that face. Gorgeous brunette hair. One Republic, I never heard of him. Have not seen Saving Private Ryan. Mm-mm. And it's a war movie, so I know what to expect. What is your favorite Oliver Stone movie? Well, that's hard because I've only seen a couple of his films. Like such as what? Yeah, they should be torn apart by MST3K. Why not? This is a hard scene to watch when he has a needle in his neck and then in the back of his spine. Yeah, scoliosis, where it's a curvature of the spine, which I've heard of. There's a little kid there. This is the campus scene, yeah. Just gorgeous brunette hair, man. Just I want to just run my fingers through it, just touch it. The intruder needs to be, yeah, definitely. It was awful. I saw it. I rented it and it was horrible. I don't know what they were thinking. You went from doing Shazam to doing a crappy home invasion movie like The Purge, like the first Purge movie came out, or You're Next. Yeah, not for me. Mm-mm. Yeah, I know. What Oliver Stone's films have I seen? World Trade Center. Yes, I saw that in the theater after 9/11, and I saw Natural Born Killers, but that's really mean spirited. I don't know what it is about his films, but some of them are just way too political or very, very mean spirited. Yep, they're gonna chase him again, and he's gonna Hulk out. See, and this campus scene is shot in the daytime, so I could see it. It's not Hulk fighting a bunch of stupid dogs. Yeah, World Trade Center had a story to tell. It was basically a fictionalized version of the events of 9/11 with actors like Nicolas Cage and Michael Pena. Had a lot of heart to it though, because most of the film they're buried under rubble and just talking. So it's a very human film. Natural Born Killer is mean spirit. That's the point. But I'm like, the two leads are just assholes, and I couldn't take it. It was just it's hard to watch. I do like the style of the film, the way it's styled in different colors, but it's just the two leads. I want to punch them right in their miserable faces. I got nothing against Woody Harrelson and Julianne Lewis, but those characters are heinous. I know that's the point, but still, it's just too much. The Rodney Dangerfield scene I do like. John Waters, I've seen the original Hairspray. Yep, or Dad. The most overrated X-Men movie is First Class. I don't know why that got praise. It's boring, guys. I was bored out of my mind. The underrated one is probably the either the Wolverine or um what else? Yeah, that probably the Wolverine. Least favorite cartoons. Well, there's a lot of them, man. Anything that's on Nickelodeon now or Disney Channel are just awful. Their old stuff I really enjoyed back in the day. Rugrats on Nickelodeon, and well, I didn't see Ren and Stimpy, but Hey Arnold, bunch of stuff. But now the cartoons are just crazy. They don't have a plot anymore. It's just a bunch of noise. After I hit that guy. Yep, and they gassed him, and then big hands. Mm-hmm. Titanic. Mm-hmm. And Hulk doesn't have a secret identity, unlike some of the other characters. Bam! Right through the glass. What's worse, Will I Am in X-Men Origins or John Cryer in Superman 4? Cryer because he's more annoying. Here we go. And why aren't they running? They're just standing there like, wow, the Hulk is here. I'm like, yeah, they called the Incredible Hulk. Which British actor bores you the most? Who do you think, guys? If you don't want to talk sexist, I don't like Toby Kebbell. He's annoying. He's one of the most annoying ones. Not boring, just annoying. Superman 4, because Kick-Ass was just an overrated tripe. Because after what I went through with Force Awakens, I can't go through that performance again. I just can't. That's why Chaos Walking, nobody's watching it, because it failed. It's a stupid movie it was a film that could have been made 10 years ago. If it came out before the Hunger Games, it would have been interesting. But after it, nobody cares. This thing is awesome. Those things at these people, yeah, awesome. So much destruction. Is Aaron Taylor Johnson your favorite actor? No, it's not. That's the same gun The Rock had in Rampage. Guy Pearce won an Oscar? Did he? I don't think he did. Because like I said, in a comic book movie, you can't bore me to death. You got to give me something. Oh, Kristen Stewart, without question. She's awful. She goes, in everything she's in. Yeah, he's trying to crush him with those freaking... He's using those things like blades. Oh, this is a supersonic sound. The things that would kill Venom. No, Jeremy Renner's awesome. I love him as Hawkeye. Yeah, those supersonic things that they use in 10 years later in Venom. That's the only thing that'll stop Venom. See, he hears her. Eva Mendes is a good actress? Not for me. Mm-mm. This scene works really well, man. He just gets up and he's like, nope, screw you. You're not taking me down like you did with Venom. Supersonic sounds is what kills Venom, not the Hulk. He will be relentless. Take that. Bam. Hell yeah. That's awesome. I told these soldiers should just run. They don't stand a chance against the Hulk. J.J. Abrams should direct a remake of Creature from the Haunted Sea. Why? The movie's one of the worst films I've ever seen. Be it Assault Trap or be it A Nightmare with Freddy. Yeah. Neither. I've suffered enough this winter. Trust me on that one. This winter has been a nightmare and a thing. This is a great scene. Yeah. I'm going to ignore the chat right now. I don't want to look at the chat right now because I don't want to look at it. This is great. He soccer kicks him. Look. He kicks him right into a tree. That's great. He could have killed him. He just kicked him with 1 foot. He didn't like throw him across the freaking grass. And I'm like, yeah, he could have killed him. You take if you had a choice, Sofia Vergara or Mendes. Neither. I'm not attracted to either one. But you can't pick neither. Well, then Sofia, because at least I can tape her mouth and she's a better looking woman. It's just that they're not for me. They're just not. This was an awesome scene. Joyless my ass. At least I have fun whenever he kicks Tim Roth into that tree. It's just fantastic. Like I didn't expect that. I told you the best jokes are the ones you don't see coming. In a good way, not like it's shock value. Yeah, take that, helicopter. Man, Hulk causes more damage than Kong did in Kong Skull Island. This movie kind of reminds me of that because it's around the same running time too. Yeah, now it's raining. Taper Mount Wab. Yeah, exactly. Because I don't want to hear that horrible screeching accent. I think Manuela from Price is Right is better looking than her. She's gorgeous. Like she has that. Plus, she's younger. Now she does Ritz Cracker commercials. Yeah, stick to that because you're not a good actress enough to be in a feature film. Did you see Hot Pursuit? Good God, that movie is annoying. No, you're not a baby. Grow up. Poor Ty Burrell. You don't see him again after this scene. You'd rather be in Assault Trap or Nightmare. I can't. I don't want to because either one is going to cause him pain. Does Tom and Jerry remind you of the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie? Yeah. A bunch of cartoons in the real world, and yet these don't talk. So that scream, yeah, it hurts. Liv Tyler, even in the worst movies like The Strangers or whatever, didn't give a performance that screeches my ears. Yeah. Walking through the rain. Yeah. Beauty and the Beast story. Yeah. What's the worst movie I've seen with Emily Mortimer in it, and best least movie you've seen with Emily Blunt? The worst with Emily Blunt is easily Winter's War. She is awful in that movie. She screams half of her dialogue. She's just a diet version of Elsa, a better character in Frozen, and she just has no emotion. It's that look on her face like she's somber the whole freaking movie. An ice queen doesn't mean you have to have no emotions. Mortimer, what's her worst thing? I don't know. I liked her in Hugo. I liked her in Formula 51. Mwah! Beautiful, gorgeous body. Scream 3, she's okay. I don't remember her performance that much in that. Yeah, he doesn't like the thunder, of course, because in the Hulk hated he didn't like Thor in the first Avengers movie when he punches him. That's awesome. That cracked me up. What if Steve Harvey was in Friday the 13th? I don't know. Chris Rock is doing that Saw movie, Spiral. Mm-hmm. That's like a reboot of Saw. I didn't see the 2003 Hulk in the theater. I couldn't. I heard how horrible it was, and I skipped it. I saw it on video, and I was still bored out of my mind. Yeah, I say Scream 3 because Emily Mortimer, I don't remember her at all in that. The other films I do remember her in, like Pink Panther and Formula 51 and even Hugo, because she has this face that just won't quit. It's like, ugh, so lickable. Yeah, she has a nice face. That's something the hobo never had. She doesn't have a sweet little girl's face. Did you, John, seems to have the same voice as a favorite guy? No, just a little bit screechier. Ang Lee's Hulk was okay. I was bored. Yeah, man, Tim Roth got messed up in this scene. He looks like he was in a car accident. I know that's mean, but I'm sorry. He's like bandaged from head to toe. It's crazy. No, I enjoy Batman Forever. I saw it as a kid, didn't hate it. Oh my God. Is this why they don't want to show this on Disney Plus? It's like, oh my God, look how violent that is. I'm showing my kid that. I'm like, it's not the only time. Did you see Doctor Strange? That's on Disney Plus. And he's a mess in that. He's a mess. He's a bald-head Mexican guy that doesn't even see my videos. More product placement. Yeah, more Coke. There's a lot of Coca-Cola product placement in this movie. It's in the background though, yeah. See, at least Betty is with him. She's not going to abandon him just because he turns into the Hulk. Hulk 2003 was trash. It was boring. Can you take a movie dedicated to Alex Trebek? I did say rest in peace to him. Yeah. Ooh. And don't say there's nudity in the movie. It's like partial. You don't see. It's covered in it's covered in smoke or steam. What happened? I didn't hear what you said because of the Wi-Fi. This is when he's coughing up that flash drive that he got earlier in the film that he swallowed. Good thing Black Widow didn't do that in Winter Soldier. Yeah, well, a flash drive. I use those. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is just I'm in the basement, so the Wi-Fi goes on and off sometimes. I just don't want it to go completely off. Yeah, you got purple shorts like in the comics. If you could revive one late celebrity back from the dead, who would you revive? Carrie Fisher, because I missed her so much. Purple shorts, yeah, like in the comics. Where do you think Hobo belongs? Where do you think Hobo belongs? At home. Don't Don't act anymore. Nobody wanted to see you in Chaos Walking. I told you that movie was going to bomb, even if it came out 2 years ago. If that movie came out the same week as Captain Marvel, it would have gotten eaten alive. C is for cookie. That's good enough for me. It's funny. Motel. Yeah, this is the motel scene where she cuts his hair and she kisses him on the cheek and they want to have sex. And I'm like, again, guys have got to have needs. Who's your least favorite actor on Game of Thrones? Any of those chicks, Lena Headey or Emilia Clarke, because they looked at Emilia Clarke looks like a little girl, or Sophie Turner. I'm like, why are there so many Brits in this? Was it written by a British guy? The comics? I don't know. I just think it's pandering. Even Peter Jackson didn't do that in Lord of the Rings. I just rather see Lord of the Rings. She's so loving, Betty Ross. She should come back. They should bring Liv Tyler back somehow in that She-Hulk show on Disney Plus. She's so loving and so caring. You beautiful, caring woman. You estrogen-filled creature of joy. And people wonder why I'm not gay. Because I like the touch of a woman. There's nothing like it. They're soft and cuddly and caring. And they're so warm. Which animal do you prefer, foxes or wolves? Wolves, because I'm a lone wolf. This is a loving scene. See, take that. It's 50 Shades of Grey. Do you think that Dan Aykroyd plays the same character and everything? No, there's some films that he does something different. I mean, nothing to what was that thing called? Not Nothing to Lose. That movie he did in the early '90s where he's like this ugly judge. Yeah, that's something different. He can't, because if he pops a boner, he'll crush you. I wonder how the She-Hulk is going to turn into the Hulk. You know, her version of the Hulk in the show. We'll find out in about a year because we have a few more shows coming out. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Loki, and Hawkeye. Then we have Miss Marvel, et cetera, et cetera. I'm willing to go all the way, guys. Marvel has not let me astray now when it comes to their MCU stuff. This year, they gave me my fix back. Yeah, that's from Son of the Mask. Ugh. The Abomination, yeah, they should have been more of him in the movie, but we do get an awesome fight in the third act. So I'm happy. Would you ever see Game of Thrones? No, I'm not interested in 7 seasons of a bunch of British people talking and incest and freaking overly graphic violence and forced nudity where you have to see Gwendolyn Christie's ass. Why? She's not taking a shower. Why is she naked? I don't know. Or does not simply walk into Mordor. No. Or the one does not simply watch a show that's going to be crap in the 8th season. It's the worst movies ever. No, the Witch Point Break, the original, the remake. The original's good. The remake is bad, and it was pointless because Catherine Bigelow. They just don't like it because it's cheesy or whatever. I'm like, yeah, you guys have no sense of humor. I thought it was a good film. I like Patrick Swayze's performance. I like Keanu Reeves. I like the '90s feel. I like the shot, the action when it's there, and the look of the film. It's better than the remake that came out a couple years ago. Yeah. It's a good movie. Like this movie, I don't know why people gave it clap. Snap Out of It, Buzz. He said the original was terrible because again, he's probably seen movies that came out. It came out the same year as T2. There was no way that movie was going to be as good as T2. But Catherine Bigelow is a good director that's female that puts action in her films. Sorry, Pat D. Jenkins, but you're not an action director. There it is, Shield. Yep, and now we have Sword. Hmm. Here's the dad. It's time to meet you, Mr. Green. Yeah, that's this guy was also in. He was going to be the leader, but they never followed that through. Maybe he will be in She-Hulk, since they both star Miles Teller. Which one? What's worse, Gwendolyn Christie's ass or Amelia Clark's boobs? Gwendolyn Christie, because I don't like her. It wiggles. It's weird. It's like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, and Amelia Clark, it looks like a little girl, so I feel dirty just looking at her. And she doesn't have the magical face of Liv Tyler. I've seen her beautiful body, guys. It's majestic. It's real. It's natural. It's not some little girl's thing. Whiplash is mountains, oceans, and cascades better than Fantastic Four. Yeah, it is because it's got a great performance fight. J.K. Simmons scared the hell out of me in that movie when he's like throwing chairs and slapping Miles Taylor. That's really scary. That's scarier than any horror movie that came out in the last 5 years because he screams at everything and it's just real. It feels real. This is why in the chat I don't like talking about those guys. They're my past. I'm living in the present now. And Tim Roth is a short guy. Like you believe that this guy would be this giant Hulk, like abomination? Hey, at least I'll say this: Abomination has more screen time than Cheetah and Wonder Woman 84. Way more screen time. It's sad when this movie has more action than Wonder Woman 84, a movie that came out last year. Why was Glenda Christie's ass shown if she's not taking a shower again, or bathing, or I don't know, changing her clothes? If they even wear clothes in Game of Thrones, because they wear the same thing, those freaking old medieval outfits, and I'm like, it's not sexy, it's just boring. And her talking in dragon, Raya and the Last Dragon, they speak English, they don't speak Chinese. Sorry to burst your bubble with it. They don't speak dragon. Dragon is not a language. I'm sorry. They're trying to do like Lord of the Rings. Yay, New York City. New York City, baby. This is where the Avengers ends. Or an Uber. Yeah, cabs, I don't go in cabs anymore. I just take the bus. This guy's crazy. I think he's drunk. Thoughts on Big? Big is a good movie. If Game of Thrones wasn't on HBO, yeah, that's why they got away with all this disgusting, over sexualized material and overly violent, atmosphere. I'm like, yeah, again, I don't need to see siblings banging. That's disgusting, guys. That's not entertaining. That's just messed up. Boogie Nights is good. It's just too long. It's way too long. It didn't need to be 2.5 hours. It could have been an hour and 45 minutes. I think the story's good, but it's just way too long. Mr. Green, get it? Huh? Green? Hey, John, happy St. Patrick's Day. How's it going? Hey, Joshua, what's up? I wanted to let you know that The Incredible Hulk is still one of my favorite Marvel movies, and I've reviewed it this movie. Yeah, on our channel. I'll check it out one day. Did you say that there was a pedo in Game of Thrones? I think so, but no, I'm saying that there's incest, and it's disgusting. Where like I think Sophie Turner's having sex with her brother or something. It's gross. It's a Star Wars didn't do that. Yes, Leia kissed Luke, but there was no incestual sexual tension between them. I don't like that, guys. It's messed up. I miss my sister, but I would never violate her. Yeah, well, let's go. Let's get back to the movie. I don't want to talk about anything overly sexual. Again, we're doing Tomcats. That movie has a lot of sexual content in it. So, yeah, get ready for this because it's in the movie. You don't see it, but it's implied. He goes to a sperm bank in one scene. Yeah, I think you know what happens when you go in there. You're not there to take a bath. 7 people are watching it. Nice. Is it racist? I don't know. There's some in my teeth. Mm-hmm. Get it? Because he's gonna be the abomination. Can you join me for Friday Night Live in April? Because I'm currently on break. If I'm not busy, maybe. Just send me the link on Facebook, and I can join maybe. Or this is the scene where they strap him down and they try to take his blood. It's a dialysis machine, yeah. Hmm. I'm glad I have good blood, man. I don't want to ever use a machine like that because it sucks the blood out of you, right out of you. Nope, not for me. Yeah, he's turning. He's not turning green. He's turning purple a little bit. Yeah, in that shot, he looks like Gary Oldman. It's weird, right? It's David Bruce Banner. His first name is David in the '70s show. Well, that's it. I'm out of popcorn. But, oh well, at least I got through the whole thing. This movie should be on Disney Plus. You're denying people the full MCU experience by only having about 2/3 of their lineup. You could have at least put this movie as a bonus content or something. A 24-hour movie because if it's not Son of the Mask, I could sit through it if I have the patience for it. I was 24 hours in this room for a whole day. I didn't leave the room the entire day, so I can take it. But Son of the Mask, I can't rewatch that. It hurts too much. Yeah, I wanted to do a podcast for this movie a long time ago. Yeah, Edward Norton was not an asshole when this movie came out, but years later, like when he was doing films like Born Legacy and all that, yeah, he's hard to work with. And also Birdman, they're like, oh, he likes to be a prick. I'm like, yeah, because he's highbrow. What do you expect? Actually, I've seen Avengers and Endgame, so those are some of the greatest things I've ever seen. Favorite comic? One of them is the Death of Superman because I read that when I was a kid, and it was like it stood with me. The first part of Death of Superman. This Hulk should have been an Endgame, though. Yeah, but like I said, what we got, I was not disappointed. Like I said, like the movie just it clicked with me. Every single scene, even the scenes with the people just talking, I'm like, this is gonna go somewhere, and it does. And they fix a lot of movies like Thor: The Dark World, where Thor got to see his mother one last time before she meets her demise from Malekith. So yeah, yeah, that's a lot of blood. Da Hulk was giving tacos and was being a nerd. Yeah, and it made me smile. You know, people awed in the theater because they were reacting to everything in that movie. They being the audience mostly was in sync. Anything that happened, whenever a character would show up in that movie or in Infinity War, it was like a rock concert. They just went crazy because again, we connected with the characters. When I saw Justice League, the theatrical cut, it barely got a laugh. It's too bad because it could have been DC's answer to Avengers, but I know. And there's other Hulks too. There's the Red Hulk. There's Scar. There's She Hulk. There's the A Bomb. If you've seen the cartoon, the Hulk and the Agents of Smash. There's way more Hulks. Hmm. No, I don't want to know. Somebody threw something down the stairs. I'm not done with the podcast yet. We got a few more minutes. Oh, this. I wish this Blu-ray came with a digital copy, but it didn't because it's a steel book. Some of them don't come with digital copies, but I'm fine with the DVD. It still looks really good. It's widescreen and it's real. It's not a bootleg version. He's messing with his face, and you wonder why. You see why Edward Norton is a douchebag because people are touching his face. I don't like that. I don't like people touching my face. I don't like it. It's a disrespect. I like the 2017 cut of Justice League. Yeah, I know that the Snyder cut will be better, but it's still not going to please everybody. These two asshats that are on YouTube that are still wearing glasses, yeah, they're going to hate it no matter what because they hate every DCU movie, every single one of them, even the good ones like Shazam, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman. Who needs them? I don't need haters in my life, guys. I had enough of those. Uh, did you see what I said? Yes, I know the Snyder Cut's going to be better. Children of Men or Deja Vu? I don't know. I didn't like either one. One is depressing and the other one is way too long. Because he's British. They're assholes. Why you think we had to beat them over 400 years ago in the American Revolution so we don't have to deal with them coming here? That's why. It's like, oh, she's so annoying. I'm like, no, this character's supposed to be Russian. What if Disney bought DreamWorks? I don't know. I like all the DC movies, even though they are their flaws. I like some of them, but I didn't like the somber tone of Man of Steel because it was just too dark. You made Superman, you Dark Knighted the Superman. Why? Superman and Lois doesn't do that. It can be serious, but it can also have some joyful moments and heart and actual human emotion. Not, I'm going to be mad the whole movie and frowning and don't give a damn about anybody. That's not the Superman I grew up with. BVS was highly flawed, but I can watch it for Ben Affleck. Wonder Woman was good. I don't care what anyone says. The first one is a good movie. The second one is highly flawed, though. Suicide Squad, I didn't care about. Justice League could have been better. Aquaman was really good. I love Shazam. It's my favorite DCU movies to date because it was joyful. It had some jokes in it. It had some color. If Denis Villeneuve directed a Star Wars movie, it would not be The Last Jedi or The Force Awakens. It would have actually looked great, and it would have had great dialogue. It wouldn't have been an about. You saw it says 2015, 2058. This is the Abomination, yeah. At least this isn't Tim Roth's face. We don't have to see him again. That effect looks really good. It does look better than Doomsday and BVS, I will say that. John, Alien or Aliens? Alien because it's a classic. OCP rented on the first Wonder Woman. Yeah, because they're whiny bitches. They didn't like her. See, his head was supposed to become the leader, the big green head guy in the Hulk cartoons. These guys are whiny bitches. That's why I don't watch their channel anymore. Once they did a rant on Iron Man 3, I'm like, yeah, I don't need these guys anymore. Mm-mm. I need people that are going to back me up, not be a bunch of whiny biatches. There's the Abomination, yeah. He should have had the ears from the comics, but hey, as long as he's doing something, he has more screen time than a minute and a half like Cheetah did. I'll give it a go. This is in Harlem, so just copies. Yeah, they're just the same person. One has a southern accent, one doesn't. They both rant about everything. They both throw temper tantrums. They both wear glasses, and they're both almost 40. They should be ashamed of themselves. Grow up. YouTube is YouTube shouldn't be a fountain of youth because people don't want to grow up. And I'm like, no, I have to grow up. After what I've been through, I have to grow up. I don't have to take everything so personally. You know why? Because it's at the end of the day, it's all entertainment. It's all to do. I love Evangeline Lilly. Are you kidding me? I adore that woman's face too. When I saw her in Ant-Man, I was like, I melted like butter. And in the two Hobbit sequels, yes, I enjoyed them. Sue me, because she's gorgeous. She has those beautiful eyes and that face, and she can act. She's Canadian, and I think Canadian women are hot. If you see my channel, if you see my Facebook page, yeah, I'm a fan of the women up north. Would I punch them in the face? Yeah, with some gloves so I don't get any fingerprints. Blah, right in the face. Knock some sense into them. Stop taking everything so seriously. You know why they didn't do any rants last year? Because there were no movies last year. There were 3 months of movies, and then everything was on Netflix, Disney Plus, or on other streaming services because the theaters were closed 90% of the year. Yeah, this is an awesome scene. There's the Abomination. Yeah. Some people deserve a sucker punch in the face. If you saw these guys in real life in New York, what would you do to them? I wouldn't attack them in the street because that would be too obvious. But in a corner, whammo. No, a bazooka. Booyah, yeah. And he just caught it. Yep. This looks good. Yeah. At least this isn't a fight in the. This fight is better than the fight at the end of BVS with Doomsday. I can easily say that because they didn't have to force Wonder Woman in there and kill off Superman. They try to do three things at once in that final. Best and worst MCU poster. The best one was was the first Avengers. The worst one was the Spider-Man Homecoming. The poster that they did, it was too crowded. Yeah, he has a Patreon because again, he has a lot of subscribers that will kiss his ass. I'm not one of them. Are the prequels trash? No, I love the prequels. They're not the rehash trilogy. They're not telling the same story and pissing me off, killing off characters I loved in the original films. Yep. Give me a real fight. Yep. Oh, you'll get it. A real fight. A real fight is him against the Hulk. Do you like Attack of the Clones? Yes. I think Natalie Portman is gorgeous in the movie. I love looking at her. I like the action. I like Jango Fett. I know, oh, blasphemy. He's the first Mandalorian, guys. Yeah, he's the first one. You have him, then you got Boba Fett, and now you have Mando. So without Jango, we wouldn't have Boba. Without Boba, we wouldn't have freaking Mando. I saw the movie on Disney Plus just a few like a month ago or so, and I got excited seeing Django on Disney Plus. I'm like, yeah, because I love that armor. His introduction is amazing, and I like that actor Tamora Morrison. It's good to see him back in Star Wars doing something great. He's so good. I would love to see them come back in the MCU, even if it's just for a cameo. Those big, gorgeous lips. That must have tasted like honey, didn't it, Edward Norton? This is like when Luke falls in Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, it reminded me of that. And he's like, "Ah." Of course, if this really happened, he would be splattered because it's a movie. Blah. Yep. Daffy Duck logic. Am I right? That should have killed him, but no, because he's the Hulk. Best and worst DCU director. I would say Zack Snyder, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna cut him some slack. The worst is David Ayer because he's racist and he made us a rainbow colored mess of a film worse than any Snyder film. At least Snyder's done some good films before Man of Steel. Ayer, I haven't seen a good film from him since Street Kings. Mm-hmm. Everything else he does is about racism. I'm like, you're not freaking Spike Lee. Spike Lee can give substance with his racist, movies, with his racism movies, because it has a point, it has a purpose in the movie. Here we go, the fight with the Hulk and with freaking Abomination. An hour and a half into the movie, it did not disappoint in the theater. Favorite James Wan movie? I think he did the Conjuring, right? The first one. I like the first Conjuring. Yeah, really well done. Everything, and I also enjoyed Aquaman. For what it was fun. He made a colorful, upbeat, DC movie with a lot of great special effects and some good performances, except for Amber Heard. She's the worst thing in that movie. Yes, she's the worst thing. Not the CGI crabs or sharks or seahorses. No, her, because she couldn't act her way out of a bag. African hair braiding. Yep, that's a shout out to Black Panther. 10 years later. Do you have a better chance to get laid than Izzy? Yeah, because I'm not. I'm not. I don't wear glasses and I like women. I don't treat them like they're like an agenda. And I actually go outside and take walks. Here we go. Yep, the police car. That's boxing gloves. That's awesome. I love this scene. Yeah, hit him right in the face. Squish. Yeah, he puts a tooth out. Dear God, this fight is pretty brutal, man. It's better than the fight in Wonder Woman 84. I'm telling you, it's longer, and there's one awesome moment that I wanted to see in a Hulk movie. A Gatling gun. What's your opinion on people who treat women like sex object? They don't deserve to be with a woman. Learn, get to know her first, and then you can do the deed if she with consent. Because a lot of people do things without consent, and that's not cool. I don't even like to be touched without being consent, without having my consent. Yeah, they're climbing the buildings. I can see it, and this is at night, and I can see it really well. John, thoughts on Kevin Costner? He can do good films. Some of his movies are too long, but he can act. That's awesome. Another helicopter goes down. Oh, look at he has a spiky back. Yeah, like Slash from the Ninja Turtles. No. Thoughts on the first Power? It's a good thriller. It's a good horror thriller. I like Lou Diamond Phillips' performance in that. I haven't seen it in years. I know there's a special edition that came out years ago. I want to get. The U.S. Air Force. That's where Captain Marvel was in that. Even though I think that takes place before this. Yeah, his finally 70 Uncle Kurt. Oh yeah, Kurt Russell is 70. Wow. Yeah, he's a great actor. He was great in Guardians too. I thought his performance really elevated that movie a lot. Some people give it crap, but I thought he was a better villain than Ronan in the first one. Way better. He was more human. Do you like the DC animated universe? Yeah, I have a lot of their films, especially Batman. Some of them are kind of lame. I don't like Batwoman in Bad Blood, Batman Bad Blood. I don't like her story. She's just not interesting. She's the gay Batgirl. So what? Thoughts on Stargate? I thought it was fun. It's a little slow, but it's better than Force Awakens. This fight is intense, and yet nobody dies in it. There's more at stake here because they leveled Harlem. In Wonder Woman 84, she's fighting in golden armor that she barely uses, and they don't destroy anything. They're just like flipping and jumping, and it felt like a video game fight. Not as much as the first one, but still, it could have been a better fight, guys. It should have been longer, and it yeah, he stabbed him right in the side. Ooh, man, those nails are freaking hard. Right. Fight back, Hulk. Fight back. Yep. It's like you're not today, dude. I'm gonna be in the MCU a lot longer than you. We haven't seen Abomination since this movie. But with She-Hulk coming out, they can open the door of possibilities for more Hulks. Yep. Oh yeah, he did that in the cartoon. It's a pretty decent film. Yeah, it's a little long, but I enjoy it for what it is. I know that the starter critic said, "Oh, it was stupid. It was about aliens." I'm like, it's a movie. I can suspend my disbelief if it's done well. Lionheart or Kickboxer, Lionheart. That was basically the better Street Fighter movie that Van Damme did. Kickboxer is good, but it had some sequels that were questionable. Not horrible. I like the second one that they should not have killed off Van Damme's character. And 3 and 4 are okay. They're just not great. Favorite Van Damme movie? The first Universal Soldier is pretty good. Come on. This is a chain scene, yeah. It's preparing automatic repair. That's fine. I'm gonna be here. I got a few more minutes left. I like, but yeah, I might choose Lionheart over Kickboxer. Yeah, last words, yep. Hulk smash! That was awesome. Yes, woo! That's awesome. He said that in the theater and people clapped. Nobody saw it coming, but I was like, that was freaking awesome. I'm glad that wasn't spoiled in the trailer. You'll never hear it on Disney Plus unless Disney Plus buys out Universal or has a deal with Universal to keep it there. JCVD's dance in Kickboxer is funny. Yeah, it is. He's drunk and he starts shaking it. Vacation 2015, I haven't seen. Hulk smash, yeah. They say it again in the first Avengers movie. He was gonna decapitate him. Yeah, he just tosses him to the side. Get out of my way. He's like, get out of here. Watch. He spares him like Beauty and the Beast when he spares Gaston. 48 Hours is a good movie, yeah. Take that, Abomination. Yep. And there's the roar. Oh, yeah. Hulk stands triumphant. Favorite Eddie Murphy film? I don't know. There's a lot of them. Trading Places is hilarious. I like Welcome to Coming to America. I love Shrek. I really enjoy the well, not the Nutty Professor. I didn't like that movie. I liked uh even Dr. Dolittle. I thought was pretty decent. His version, not that Dolittle movie from last year. Would you watch a movie made by Taco Bell? No. Matt rated trash on Trading Places. I don't know why. Oh, it's about stocks and things. It's funny. I don't want to hear about him. He's dumb. He doesn't know. He's an old man that doesn't know what he's talking about. I saw that movie last year and I was laughing my ass off. Eddie Murphy just cracks me up in that movie, and also that scene at the end where the old guys are like, they're like, we don't have $400 million or $300 million. Yeah, I think the movie's hilarious. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And can you please not talk about him in the next podcast for Tomcats? He'll probably say that movie's not funny either, and I don't care what he thinks. He's not a YouTube personality. I'm a YouTube personality. He's an old dinosaur here that doesn't wants attention. I can get attention through these podcasts. I don't need a bunch of guys with glasses and freaking, screaming to get my point across. Oh, yeah. That wouldn't be the last we see of the Hulk. Okay, he won't be mentioned again. Nobody will. Not him, Mike, or Effrey because they're the past. Let the past die. Kill it if you have to. Again, past means it happened in the past. It's not going to come back. In the future, we don't want to talk about any of these people. I talk about people I actually care about, like the actors in this movie, like Liv Tyler's gorgeous face, and Edward Norton's performance, which is great, and the freaking visuals. He's in British Columbia. Yep, Canada. It's a good shot. So he's running in the background. The shot is it's a wide shot, so you could see him. See, I miss when movies actually had great filmmaking in it. When you can see everything. Nowadays, they either shake the camera, quick edits, or they shoot the movie in complete darkness, or they saturate the colors where everything looks too like muted or way too bright. See, David Bruce Banner. That's his the necklace that Betty probably sent him. Yeah, this is breathing, and then his eyes turn green. That's great. So we're almost done with the Hulk. I'm going to see the post-credit scene, which is not far. It's like a few seconds after this. 31 days, a month. And 0. There we go. That was the Incredible Hulk. Oh no, here's the scene. It's right after. Yeah, there's the post-credit scene. Well, it's right after I forgot. With Tony Stark, yeah. Thoughts on Rain Man? Again, I haven't seen it yet. Worst thing I've eaten at Taco Bell. Some of the tacos, like the soft tacos, are way too cold. Here comes Tony Stark. Yep. He's coming back in Black Widow in a cameo. Jeff Tyler's great in Lord of the Rings, and I also rewatched Fellowship. His presence is still in the MCU because they had Stark Industries in WandaVision a lot. Yep. The Avengers. And there we go. And that was a great post-credit scene. There's only one. So that was The Incredible Hulk, guys. An hour and 46 minutes. Pretty short. It didn't have to drag for 2 hours like the 2003 movie. It still holds up really well. And thanks for guys for joining me in the chat, all of you guys. But remember, don't mention you know who anymore. In the spring is a new beginning for me, my family, and for the rest of the YouTube community. So let it be that. Let it not be just a rehash of what happened this winter, because this winter was a nightmare. Too much cold, a lot of suffering, and not enough movies in the theater that I cared about when the theaters reopened. Anyway, that's The Incredible Hulk. I finally got my commentary done. That's another one done. See you guys in the next one soon. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Take it easy. And may luck be on your side. Peace.